project should ultimately fix that when I'm out here in the garage. So I showed, come on, showed a video recently of this little guy, plate ring. For those of you that haven't seen it, I'm making a big mess in my garage. Haven't cleaned up for a while here. Just a quick recap. Powered up. She's not cordless, it's a corded unit. Lots of bright light. You can lower the intensity, increase the intensity, and there's different colors. So that's what it does. Is that the brightest? There's the brightest. So take it away, we're dark. Bring it back, we got lots of light. So my issue was, turn it off, the camera that I do most of my recording on now, this little Canon. Hopefully it's showing up. But this has a tripod style mount. Get the cord off of here. Tripod style mount. But when you go to put the camera on, it hits down here in the corner. So you gotta put the camera in. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It kind of skews the camera a little bit. But I thought, I don't like that. So I ran up to the hardware store this morning. Of course, I forgot to grab a wing nut. I might have one in my stash. I grabbed a stainless steel bolt. I'm going to cut the head off. It's a 2-inch. And then I threaded just an adapter, just a coupling. This is a standard tripod mount. 1/4 inch 20 thread. Got threads on there nice. That thread's in there good. Cut the head off, so it's just a piece of stainless all thread. Screw the camera on, and then I need to get a nut or a wing nut that I can tighten on the bottom of the camera so that it stays tight. But then that will raise, demonstrate on, that will raise everything just a couple inches, and the camera fits. So I'm actually going to go a little bit lower than what it is now, because this camera, I'm doing everything in the dark, and this camera has a flip up screen so you can see what you're looking at. So, little camera, so I like having that. So I need to make sure that actually the way it would sit right now, because we're going to go down about another 1/4 inch, that would fit. That would fit. So that's today's project. So let me grab, I don't know if I have a hacksaw anymore. I should. I got a blade somewhere. So let me get some tools out, get the vise out. We're going to JB weld this thing together, and we'll go from there. And I got you on the big Canon with the remote, so I don't have to touch the camera. We can just hit the button. See you in a sec. Alrighty, try to stand on the offside here, get better lighting. And here's our screw. There's the insert. I found 2 nuts. If you don't have a tap and die set, go buy one. I've got this one down here from Harbor Freight. It wasn't that expensive. And both these nuts, the threads are a little chewed up on, and this is stainless steel, this bolt. So I didn't want to chew up the threads. So I just grabbed my 1/4 by 20 tap and just ran the bolts through, cleaned them up real good. Now they thread on by hand just so smooth. So I have a couple of teeth left on this blade. She should work. If this had good teeth on it, we'd be through this by now. Woohoo! I have another blade, but it doesn't fit this saw. It's too long. So I don't know. I must have another hacksaw floating around somewhere. Alrighty. Let that cool off for a little bit and dress the threads with a file, and we should be ready to rock and roll. And ready for the next phase of this project. We got some good old JB Quick Weld. Don't need much. I'm mixing up way too much, but probably doing it the wrong way by using a plastic spoon or a fork. No, one of these things. Use your words, Brian. Knife. Plastic knife. Somebody's got a hot rod out there. So we don't need much. I just want to... I dressed the end with the grinder, cleaned up the threads just a hair, but that's going to be the end that goes into the coupling, so I ain't too concerned. About how nice the threads are. I think we will run it from the far side. No, it's probably not the best idea because we want those threads to be clean. To mount onto the tripod mount. Where are we at? So we'll go this route. Apparently I didn't clean those threads as good as I thought, but that's okay. It'll help hold it in place. So that should work just fine. We may have to run a washer underneath that anyway, but that's okay. Alrighty, we'll let that set up for a little bit and then we'll finish out the project. Alrighty, good news, we're back. That is set up. I noticed it was getting warm as it was setting up, the chemical reaction, and it is now cold to the touch. So it's been maybe 15 minutes. So I think what we're going to do, so I ran up to the hardware store because I forgot this stuff when I went and bought these two bits. Wanted a wing nut for the camera side, so I grabbed two in case I lose one because I don't have any 1/4 by 20 wing nuts. I've got 3/8 by 20. And I grabbed a couple of stainless flat washers. So I'm hoping if we put a washer there, thread that on, try to reef on it a little bit. Of course, it's still going to spin. Almost need a little bit of a rubber insert underneath that. That, or I wonder if it's bottoming out. It might be. You know what, just for you know what's and laughs, let's double it up and just see. Yeah, it is bottoming out, so okay. Well, I will find a second washer. Actually, there's one sitting right there. Okay. I don't think I quite need that wrench, but I don't really intend to use this with any other cameras, but just reef her down so it stays nice and tight. Crash, bang, boom. Get on there and stay on there. So, if we put a wingy nut on there, throw a washer underneath that, we take our camera and we thread it in there. So that's where it would tighten up, and obviously that's not going to work. So that's where I wanted the wing nut. Now we've got the perfect combination. Gets it up, easier to mount, and this could be used for other cameras too, I'm sure. It may even work for this camera. So let's go ahead and swap this over and do the outro and see what this looks like. Well, and there it is. Turn this light off. Probably going to be too dark, but boom. Woohoo! Turn that intensity down. Like I said, you can change the colors. You got the two whites are, that one's yellowish, that's white white, that's white white, that's bluish white. So that's cold, that's the warmest, that's the middle. That one's easiest on my eyes anyway. But you probably can't really see a whole lot because of the backwash right now, but you can see me. Come on, focus. Trying to focus on a camera, taking a picture of a camera. So, I'm liking that. I think that's going to work. You can turn the intensity down a little bit too, so it helps this camera. And she doesn't like to focus. So anyway, that's going to be our setup here in the garage when I need to record stuff, because then it'll also shine down on the dirty workbench too and give me some light. So, and I run one of these Sherpa Sun Pack quick adjustable flip around, so it's easy pistol grip mounts. So quick and easy to flip the camera around or adjust the angle. But yeah, that came out pretty good. I like that. So camera shutting off here. So I can flip you around and use that light to finish this video up. So that's going to do it. Quick project. Probably cost me about 10 bucks total. Roughly, yeah. Not too bad. So, alrighty, I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to go do something to the truck, and we'll be back later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.